Women in Drones, and this is an executive podcast. And my guest today is Marc Langley, and he is with the National Public Safety Drone Donation Program. You are CEO, and it's otherwise known as NPSDDP. Did I get that right?
NPS-DDP. Yeah, it's a mouthful.
DDP, right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Women in Drones, and we're very excited about this collaboration that we're going to have, which is going to be mutually beneficial to us and lots of other people, I guess would be
Yes.
a great way to put it. Why don't you start off by introducing yourself and tell us how you got into the drone industry and what you are doing today?
Sure, I appreciate that. First of all, we're excited to be working with you, so we're really looking forward to it as well. Our board is very excited. So as you introduced me, I'm Marc Langley. I've got a background in HVAC and laboratory service. That's my career that I had, and I kind of stumbled into the drone industry by accident. Long and boring story, but I'll make it very short. We saw the value of drones very quickly when we started to see the potential from the air to see things that were interesting. I mean, from a real estate perspective, from a business standpoint, from many different angles, and the vantage point from the air is very advantageous. So we wanted to try to find a place to where we could focus our attention as a drone company. My name of my company is called Airborne Works, and we're established. We're probably like the 700th pilot in the United States to test on the 107. So we've been around a little while. And we immediately tried to identify a vertical that we wanted to be a part of, and that happened to be public safety for me. I come from a small town in Connecticut, and a lot of the fire departments out there are all 100% volunteer. Went to school with a lot of kids that were in the fire department, stuff like that. I have a huge amount of respect for these people because they, one, donate their time, two, they deal with some horrific scenes on a day-to-day basis, and they're risking their lives. So I realized that this is a great place to put our efforts. So we became a FLIR dealer, we became a Leica dealer, we became a drone dealer. I'm not going to mention any drone company names, but we deal drones, and we are a solutions provider. And so we found out very quickly that many of the departments that we were approaching just did not have the resources or funds to buy this hardware. Some of it's pretty pricey, as you know. So we went to some of the manufacturers, asked them if, as a dealer, if we could offer a discount to them. No, that's not happening. You can't do it. So it's got to be MSRP or no go. So we're trying to figure a way around that. And the idea came to me one evening about what about a foundation? What about a nonprofit? So I did some research, happened to go to Interdrone 2018 when I had this idea, and I talked to a bunch of people about it. And one of the people I talked to was Marion McNabb. She sat next to me, told her my idea. I didn't know who she was at the time, and she thought it was a great idea. And everybody I talked to thought it was a great idea, so I think we're on to something there. So from that point, we ended up hiring a company who's actually interviewing us later today that actually did our 501c3 application to the IRS, and we got our approval April of last year. So since then, prior to our 501c3, we had been donating drones. And Autel Robotics happened to see what we were doing, and they stepped up to the plate and actually put us on the map. They donated 14 brand new Evo 2s, dual, rugged bundle kits to us, and we've had some great stories as a result. So that's how the foundation got started.
Tell me about where a drone went? What police department?
Okay, sure. So we have an interactive map. If you go to npsddp.org up here. You can see an interactive map, and you can read all of the stories of those people and their applications. The red pins indicate fire department, search and rescue. Blue pins are police departments, and we have other pin colors. And we're adding some icons for our STEM program that we're going to be working on. So you can read their applications. Autel actually read every single one, and Jeff Powell, who was then CEO of Autel, contacted us. He said, "Marc, we want to donate 14 drones." So one of the best stories that we got was to a sheriff's department down in Starr County on the Rio Grande border down in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally went down there. I met Jeff, and we did the donation in person. And within 48 hours of that donation, they had apprehended a guy who was pretty dangerous. He had a rap sheet, pretty long. And in Texas, if you're familiar with Texas, is high brush. High brush, you can get lost out there. One, you can get lost. Two, if you want to evade the cops, that's a great place to run. But not if there's a drone in the air. So the drone helped them capture that guy within 48 hours of the donation. Wow. Amazing story. So we go ahead.
No, that's a great story, and
yeah.
Immediate results, and you're putting drones into the hands of organizations that can put it to really good use.
Absolutely. But you know, our slogan and our tagline is eyes in the sky for every department in need. Quite frankly, air support has been recognized since Igor Sikorsky created the helicopter. Well, even prior to that with fixed wing, right? I mean, it's been that intelligence from the sky is just cannot be measured in dollars. It's just it's incredible. So now we have these low-cost platforms that can deploy in seconds and basically, you know, help save lives and protect our public safety officials.
So you're saying that there are a lot of drones out there that are sitting on shelves gathering dust, and while you are getting some new drone donations, you are looking to put these drones that are maybe not the latest version, but they're sitting on a shelf. You want to put those into the hands of not only law enforcement, but also now we're talking about kids who get interested in STEM.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so exciting. You know, we live in some interesting times. You know, it seems like you just buy, like, for example, a phone in 6 months, it's obsolete, right? They're coming out with a new model. Drone industry is pretty much the same way. We had another interesting donation by a private citizen. Gentleman called us from Arizona, and he says, Marc, my wife bought me this nice drone with a bunch of batteries, hard case, really nice drone. He says, I don't fly it. I want to find a home for it. He says, I'm not going to get enough money for it that I'd rather, and I ran across your foundation, I want to donate it. So he chose the Tucson PD in Tucson, Arizona. We did a press release, and he went there personally to donate this drone, and little did he know that he was going to be on TV because the news crews interviewed him, and he was the spokesperson for our foundation. He did a great job, and but it shows you there's lots of drones out there, older technology. It's not the latest and greatest, but it's eyes in the sky. So if somebody has a drone to donate, one, if it flies, it's got to fly. It's got to have at least one battery. It's got to have a controller, and it's got to be safe. I mean, we'll test it when we receive it before we'll release it. But you know, if you have one sitting on the shelf, contact us. That includes other public safety agencies that may see this interview.
That's great. And now, as I mentioned, and as you mentioned, we've got kids and women in drones. We're especially partial to the girls out there who, you know, drones are just so exciting. You know, people stop in their tracks when they see one in the air. And that's what we found with kids. And so you are proposing, or have already begun making sure that not only law enforcement agencies are getting these, but organizations that will use these as teaching tools.
Absolutely.
Women in drones, we're going to make sure that happens in larger numbers. We're excited about that.
We're very excited about it. And just to speak about women, I'm a father of 3 daughters, 2 granddaughters. And so I'm surrounded by wonderful women. Yeah, education for kids is just can't be understated. It's the malleable years of their lives, and I kind of remember back when I was trying to choose a career. You know, back in those days, it was either the trades or college, right? So now we live in a totally different timeline, and drones are just going to be an amazing industry. You could be an engineer, you could be a designer, you can be marketing, you could do all of this stuff. You know, CAD design, whatever it is. You could be a pilot like you are, right?
Yeah, right. So. Lots of opportunities. So that's great. Well, you mentioned it already, but what is a great way for people to find out more about this program?
So are you referring to NPSDDP or our STEM program that we're starting?
So they're two separate websites. Is that what it is?
It'll be the same site. We
Okay.
haven't, we will soon, be posting that on our website. So nps-ddp.org.
Right.
The website's pretty easy to navigate. We'd love your feedback if you find something you don't like there. Just to put a little plug out there, a guy by the name of Dominic from Digital Chores donated his time to build our site. So he'll be adding your content to our website as well. So they can go there, and we actually have an application, a drone application right on our website under how you can help. And it's pretty simple. You just put your information, tell us a little bit about the drone, what it is, what kind it is, and all we ask is that if you want to donate, you ship it to us. And then we'll test it out and we'll find a good home for that, whether it be public safety first and foremost, right? I mean,
Right.
And then what can't meet the needs for them, we're going to donate to STEM, 3-year program.
Fantastic. As I said earlier, it is a win-win.
Oh yeah, everybody's winning here. Plus we're not filling the landfills and we're clearing up closet space. That's the way I think about it.
And I actually would love to clear a closet. I've got a couple of drones that I think I would love to put to good use.
Yeah, we've already got 3 or 4 right now. So one of the challenges for our foundation, and I just want to put this out there, is for us getting the word out about we even exist. We were just at a recent robotics conference down in Texas at Granite Defense, and everybody there never heard of us. So good thing, bad thing, right?
Right.
Good thing they've heard of us now. Bad thing is they didn't know about us. So we just encourage people to talk about our foundation. Support our foundation if you can. If you shop on Amazon, you can go to Amazon Smiles, and every time you buy something through Amazon, we'll get 1/2 of a penny out of that. But you get a couple 100,000 people doing that, that could add up and help save lives, right?
Great. That is the truth. Marc Langley, thank you so much for what you are doing with this organization and for your time today. And thank you everyone else for watching this, and please do what you can to help out and put some drones to good use.
I just want to say in closing, I can't thank Women in Drones enough for what you're doing, because there's always been this glass ceiling, and let's break it.
Let's. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Whoa.